President of the Derek Carr Hater Club checking in here for what is hopefully the final video I ever have to make about this goober. I didn't even want to make this one, but it is warranted because I am tired of seeing people online praise Derek Carr for seemingly doing the Saints a favor by not taking the 30 million this year, by not retiring and just going on IR and taking the $30 million that he would have been owed this year. Instead, he got away with the $10 million signing bonus, and that's it. Oh, Derek Carr, great guy, did this huge favor for the Saints organization. Stop. Let's read between the lines here a little bit. I wouldn't, you wouldn't, every other NFL player, every other person on this earth would not walk away from $30 million voluntarily. I don't care how much money he already has. He is not going to walk away from that much money voluntarily, especially when it's doing a favor to an organization that he doesn't even want to play for anymore. So, if you can read between the lines here, you can see what really happened. Also, why would he walk away from $30 million to do the same exact thing he's going to do now that he's retired for just $10 million? He could have had the surgery, went on IR, been away from the team all year, and still made that $30 million plus a signing bonus, right? Well, now he's just going to be away from the team and make that $10 million. You see what I'm saying? He could have just had the surgery, been on IR, and did the same thing that he is going to be doing now, which is just, being away from the team, but he could have been doing it for $30 more million. No human being is turning that down unless there's more to the story. And in the case of this story, it is so obvious, so obvious that there is more to the story that will probably never see the public's eye unless the Saints get one of these, like Seth Wickersham type of journalists to really fully cover this story. Somebody, a journalist who really don't care to burn bridges with the Saints organization because that's their job, will probably never hear the full story about it unless something like that happens. And again, I'm not claiming anything is fact that I'm saying, for legal purposes, right? But, let's just read between the lines here. That man did not suffer that injury versus the New York Giants. That man did not suffer that injury versus the New York Giants. And then only notice it in March when he decided to start ramping things up. That if it's as bad as they say it is, if it's so bad that he needs surgery and that even with surgery he may not be back to 100% ever, he's going to notice it way before that, way before March. He's going to notice it. I mean, he's an active guy. He's always playing golf. He's always, doing active stuff with his kids from what I can tell on social media. He would have noticed it before. So here's what I think happened. I think that Derek Carr suffered some kind of non-football related injury sometime around March. Okay. Didn't really tell the Saints. And the Saints went ahead and restructured his deal, which, promised him all of this money this coming up season. And that was that, right? And then I think maybe he didn't tell the Saints because they didn't have the best of relationship, because Derek Carr said he wanted to be traded. Mickey said, no, not trading you. Derek Carr probably then, around that time, didn't communicate the injury right away. The restructure triggers. And now when we get closer to the draft, all of this story comes out about his shoulder. And Mickey's like, or the Saints organization is probably like, well, hold on now. You didn't tell us about this until March, after we already restructured your deal, which is going to give you all of this money this season. That ain't going to fly, buddy. That ain't going to fly. And we'll see you in court. Again, I'm speculating. Okay. So from March all the way until just the other day when Carr announced his retirement, my theory is this whole time they're probably working something out to the best that will be the best for both sides. Okay, we know Carr don't want to be there no more. The Saints drafted a quarterback. So I think it came to this, where they decided the best way to go was for the Saints to let him keep his signing bonus, whatever, him not get him retire post June 1st and not get what the guarantees he is owed this year, the 30 million or however it plays out over so many years, right? And I think they agreed to that because again, ain't no way you suffered that injury way back then and just now found out. Again, just my opinion, just speculating, whatever, right? So I think the Saints and Carr's team probably came together and figured this was the best way forward because Derek Carr ain't retired, bro. Come on. That man is going to be back next year or the following year. And when he does, the Saints will still owe him or will still own his contract, I believe, right? And Derek Carr will need the Saints to essentially relinquish his rights to the contract in whatever way possible that they can get that done, whether through trade or through whatever. So just how it's seen right now as Derek Carr doing a favor for the Saints. No, he's not doing them a favor. This is just part of a deal that they worked out so that when Carr comes back, the Saints will happily let his contract go or whatever. And then in turn, that's the Saints' returned favor to Derek Carr. Again, this is all just my opinion. I want to show you a video from Ross Tucker that I watched today. And basically, he holds the same opinion that I do. Okay, so, and yeah, let's get this on here. Here we go.
3 things jump out to me here. Number 1, NFL players do not voluntarily give up $30 million. Nobody does. Which means that the Saints made it clear to Carr and his representation, if you just have the surgery and go on IR, we're going to fight this. Mm-hmm. We're going to
fight this.
File a grievance because you didn't tell us in March that your shoulder was bothering you when we redid the contract. Mm-hmm. You weren't working out here when you felt the discomfort. So that's number 1. Number 2, because of that, I'm not 100% convinced that Derek Carr never plays football again. This might be a financial short-term marriage. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm not saying he will. I'm just not 100% convinced that he won't. Lastly, if there was ever a year for the Saints to hit the reset button on their salary cap and get things back in order, this would now be that year.
So there it is. That's Ross Tucker. By the way, he former player there giving his opinion. Okay. It's obvious, man, if you read between the lines. They can put out the Saints side and Derek Carr's side can put out whatever story they want about this happening in a game. Come on, we're not idiots, right? And as far as, I've seen some praise on the timeline for Mickey Loomis. Oh, what a genius move by Mickey Loomis. That man fell upwards, okay? He accidentally got it right. That's all that is in that situation. That dude didn't even give Derek Carr, he didn't even give him an exit physical this past season after all the injuries he suffered. He didn't even give him an exit physical before, restructuring that deal and triggering all this money to go to Derek Carr. So miss me with the Mickey praise. Miss me with the, Derek Carr is a great guy. Did the Saints such a favorable thing. Nah. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.